Why did I want to become a conservationist? I would say that was based on 3 sort of formative experiences that I've had in my life. The first is that from an early age, I did a lot of canoeing in both Minnesota as well as Canada. And during the summers, I would go on long canoe trips. And that, I would say on the one hand, it exposed me to, just absolutely beautiful, wild nature, being able to catch fish out of a lake and drink water out of a river. And then at the same time, it was also hard. It's hard to paddle into in a headwind or portage through mud or muskeg with a canoe on top of your head, especially when you're a little kid, and you could be home playing video games. So I would say that that's one thing. The second big formative experience I would say would be being a Peace Corps volunteer and living for a number of years in Bolivia. That's something that also that's where I really, for the first time in my life, had sort of an epiphany about the extent to which tropical biodiversity is threatened and how great the opportunities are to protect it. I'll give you an example. The very first time I went to a national park in South America, I visited a place called Amboro National Park. And when I visited the park, and this is a park that's the size of the state of Connecticut, has 900 bird species. And when I went there, the park office was closed because the park guards hadn't been paid in several months. And there were sort of domestic animals and trash everywhere, and it was a very sort of tense scene because people in the multiple use area of the park weren't necessarily on board with the park even being there in the first place. So that was sort of seeing that and having the opportunity to work with communities in Bolivia on conservation projects and on birdwatching and ecotourism projects was another big formative experience. And then last but not least, I'd say the experience that I had that really sort of solidified this sort of love for Colombia is that I had a chance to study abroad and do an extra year of graduate school in Colombia, studying at 2 great universities, the University of the Andes and the National University, or Los Andes y La Nacho. And that was such a great year, I would say, that came along with any number of sort of fantastic and ridiculous experiences. It was a year that just sort of solidified in me, sort of forever, this deep love for Colombia.